All right, hey guys, it's Ryan and Leo.
Leo!
Yeah.
The crazy one.
So we got another video. We are gonna be working on something new, something that we haven't ever done before. Do you want to tell them?
Or restoring axe heads.
Restoring axe heads. So it's something that Leo and I have wanted to do for a little while now. So we went camping last night. Leo had a blast just playing with the hatchet, just chopping up some firewood and stuff. So we decided after we got home today that we were gonna go find some older axe heads that we could be able to restore. So we went to a few different antique stores and we found a couple that we wanted to work on. All right, show them that one, buddy. Hold it out there. Ooh, yeah, hold it still, let us see it. Turn it. There we go. So this one that Leo's holding is on a shorter handle. Looks like they were using it kind of like a little bit of a hatchet, but it's really cool looking. It is a hewing axe, but it's kind of bent right now. So we'll work on trying to get that possibly straightened out. It's got a few issues with it. It's got, probably the biggest thing is this chip that's out of it right there. It's super, the axe head is super loose inside the handle, which is okay because we were going to do a different handle anyways. But other than that, it's in pretty decent shape. We don't see any glaring problems, like I said, other than just that chip out of there. We'll see if that causes any structural problems or if it's just going to be aesthetics. But where they forge weld the eye back around, we don't see any problems, any cracks or anything like that. So I think this one's going to turn out okay. Our biggest things are just going to be getting this straightened out again and maybe possibly that chip. But yeah, that one's going to turn out pretty cool. One that Leo's got. It's going to be kind of our go-to camp axe, most likely. Just kind of your run-of-the-mill axe head. Nothing too spectacular about it, but it's in decent shape as well. The eye looks pretty symmetrical, so hopefully putting a new handle on this one shouldn't be too difficult. So yeah, we're gonna work on trying to get some of the rust off of these axe heads first. This one's not too bad. It looks like it had some red paint on there, so that probably helped it prevent some of the rust. But this hewing one obviously has a lot more rust to deal with. Yeah, so we'll get to work on getting these heads off of the handles and get these axe heads sitting in the vinegar bath. Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
So we gotta get this nail out of here.
Yeah.
A couple of nails in here.
Don't break your tool.
Try not to. Actually, this one's so loose, maybe we can just knock it off.
Why then put it back on? Alright, sorry about the noise. What?
Probably don't really need to take all the straps off, but I'm just curious to see why they had the straps on here in the first place. I don't know, or was it just to cover up all this rotting wood?
Not good
There
enough.
we go. So that's a really good wedge. So I think we'll try to keep that, knock off some of that rust. We'll probably throw that in with the vinegar as well. And we'll save that because we'll need that for when we go to set the new handle. there went the mallet head. I mean, I don't know why that came off so easy. It was, I think, about $2 from Harbor Freight. You just can't get good stuff anymore. Okay, you pull on it while I hit. Just like that.
We just did it into Mom's car.
Shh, don't tell Mom. Of that axe head. So now,
I'm gonna use this
we
stuff.
need to get some vinegar into this bucket with these axe heads.
A wire cutter. Dad should have one in front of him. So just give him a second. So stand in the middle. In the
There we go. All right, so both axe heads are sitting down in the bucket, fully submerged. So now we just let time do its thing. All right, so we got back from the hardware store. We picked up a few supplies. So this one already wasn't in too bad a shape as far as rust. Got this wire brush. Let's see how good that vinegar did it. Just trying to loosen up the rust. Vinegar's not really gonna take the rust off per se, but it's gonna kind of loosen it up so that you can hit it with the wire brush and hopefully come up a little bit easier. Well, I'm starting to see a little bit of bare metal on some parts already without using the wire brush, so it definitely seems to be working. Well, there we go. So not too bad. That's just about 24 hours of total soaking time in the vinegar bath. It's hard to remember exactly what it looked like before we started doing it, but I know that this thing was just covered in rust all the way around. And I'm really impressed with how well the vinegar does at just loosening up that rust so that the wire brush can do its work. You can actually now see the bit in the tip of the axe head. That's now getting exposed. You can now see that, how far that comes in. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. See some of the characteristics starting to come out in the axe head. So that's that one. This one really hasn't required much work at all. It too is exposed the tip here on the head. We've got most of the paint off. There's just minor rust on this one, and that's pretty much all come off. We're gonna head out and go do some other stuff right now, so I think I'm gonna set this back into the vinegar and let it continue to do its thing. Just set it in there. Don't drop it. There we go. There we go. Now the axe heads are completely submerged, just threw in a couple of rocks. All right, we'll let this sit probably for the next day. We'll take a look at it tomorrow and probably do a little bit of wire brushing on it and see if we can get the rest of the rust off of there. Okay, so we are back to working on these axe heads. We were gonna let them sit until tomorrow, but I don't think Leo can wait any longer to work on these some more. So we're gonna pull these on out. They've had probably about 10-12 hours to soak. Mm-hmm. And then we are gonna scrub on these a little bit more. We did go and pick up some stuff to attach to some power tools, get these cleaned up a little bit better. But I really just want to see how much we can get taken off just with vinegar and a wire brush. I know that if we probably would have just started out using the wire wheels and flapper discs and stuff like that, we probably could have got to here much quicker, but I just wanted to see how good vinegar is at removing rust and then just using a wire brush. And so far, it's turning out way better than I thought that it would.
It's the handle, but still works. Like the axe, but we're not going to use the handle.
Okay, it is a new day. The axe heads have been soaking now for, a day and a half. Leo just got home from school, and so we're taking a look at what the axe heads look like after soaking for a little bit longer from last night. And yes, it does look that disgusting. It is just a soup of rust down in the bottom of this thing. You can't even see the axe heads anymore, can you?
We can.
Just barely. So, all right. Well, we're going to get these pulled out and see if we can get whatever remaining rust can come off.
Probably.
All right. Let's take a look at this first one. This is the one that really didn't have much rust on it before. Mostly just some paint that we'd have to get off.
Wait, can I see? Let's see if I can see myself in it.
We haven't put a mirror finish on it yet.
Wait, can I see it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not
So really, not much rust. Really no rust on it. It's just just looks a little tarnished.
Should get off the edge.
Who would ever trace this on here on the spot? It would not work.
I don't know.
Would
You?
not work? Uh-huh. Get it? No? Alright, let go.
Oh,
Would not.
yeah. That's a stupid one.
Would not work.
Pretty soon.
Alright guys, so I need to talk to you a little bit about this axe handle. One of the things that I liked about this particular piece of wood that I picked up was that it had these two different colors going on here, kind of that blonde with the red. So yeah, this, as most people would probably be able to identify, is redwood. This handle, like I said, I liked that it had two different colors in it. Thought it would kind of pop as soon as putting some oil on it. So I got the template on it and started sanding on it, as you've seen so far. And I should have probably stopped working on this much sooner. A big red flag would. As soon as I cut it to length and picked it up, I went, that's really light. Huh. And right then and there, that should have been a dead giveaway to me of, hey, dummy, maybe you should do a little bit of research on what would be good wood to use for an axe handle. Probably can't just grab any kind of 2x4 that you see from Lowe's, like I did. Well, I didn't just pick anyone. Me and Leo, we went to Lowe's, and like I said, I saw this piece and went, yeah, that would look pretty cool. But I didn't do my homework, and so yeah, this piece of wood is not going to work. It will not hold up to any kind of abuse, not even abuse, just regular work with an axe. So anyway, after I sanded it, and I was like, maybe redwood isn't an appropriate piece of wood to use for an axe handle. Went and started doing some research, and sure enough, yeah, obviously this is not nearly a hard enough wood to be able to use as an axe handle. So yeah, all of that time cutting, sanding, all for naught. Well, maybe it gave me a little bit of practice. It also, I don't really like the length. It's a little longer than what I would want to be using it for. It's probably a little short for just chopping wood, but I want to be able to have it be a little versatile, easy to swing, one-handed sometimes. So yeah, I want to shorten it anyway, so I probably wouldn't have been super happy with the outcome, even if I had picked an appropriate type of wood to use. But so anyways, I thought about whether I should include this in the video or not, but you know what? One of the things that I love about YouTube videos, you get to see real people doing real things a lot of the times, not everything, but the videos that I like to watch are people who are just real people doing real stuff. And this was a real person who made a real mistake. And so yeah, I'm going to include it. So I need to go find a better piece of wood to use. I'd still like to go with something that's going to be kind of unique, maybe have a different color variation throughout it. But anyway, so yeah, there is my mistake. Don't do what I did. But so yeah, we'll find another piece to use, and we'll get back at it when I find that piece. All right, so I've switched out to 220 grit polishing wheel with the grinder. See how good that does. All right, it's another day working on these axe heads again. Come on out and start going with some different sand, grit, see if we can get these shined up a little bit more. And I've got a change to the standard operating procedure. I didn't like how much I was breathing in the metal dust the last time I was sanding on these axe heads. So I did it. I went and got myself a respirator. Hopefully that'll keep the dust from getting in my lungs. Like the next 2 days I was getting metal dust out of my nostrils. Every time I blow my nose, little bits of metal dust was coming out. So like, that's probably not good to keep on breathing in. So we're gonna go with a little bit better PPE. So we've got the mask, we've got the step above safety squints, and it's again our highly official and approved hearing protecting devices. Earbuds. Don't worry, I'm not gonna bore you with the typical Bane references with the mask and all that stuff. Don't worry, I ain't gonna do that. So some of you might be wondering, you know, am I being overcautious with the mask when doing this? Like wondering if I took off the mask, would I die?
It would be extremely painful.
You're a big guy.
For you.
So this is a piece of hickory that I picked up from a local shop. Gonna work out tons better than that soft redwood that I had worked on. It's kind of a bummer. I really liked the wood grain on this one, but I mean, it would not hold up at all. That was pretty silly to have tried going about this without looking up what kind of wood to use. But so anyway, so I made myself a stencil, and I think I'd said before I really wasn't happy with the length of the handle that I had started to work on that redwood. I shortened it up and used this template. It's about 24 inches from top to bottom. I've got that stenciled onto the hickory here. So yeah, I'm gonna get at it and see if we can get this cut out. What's up, bud? right, so my GoPro battery died while I was sanding this up with the angle grinder. So went and threw it on the charger real quick, and I just wanted to show you how this is looking. So this is just sanded with the angle grinder all the way up to 600 grit. So now I've got 800 grit sandpaper that I'm going to use by hand, and then 1,000 grit sandpaper to finish this up. All right, well, I did something really stupid, and even as I was cutting into the wood where my wrist was, I was like, that's probably not a good spot. And sure enough, yeah, I got that pretty good with the saw. Yeah, that's not good. That's not where the saw was supposed to go. So we'll get this bandaged up and see if we can get this back up and going. I think I'm going to just try and make my own metal wedge. I've got this nut for U-channel. I'm going to try and just fabricate and make my own wedge, and we'll see if it works. Okay, so my GoPro battery died again as I was finishing up putting that metal wedge in, but I got that all finished up and put in. I feel a lot more confident that that's going to hold the head on to the top of the axe. It just was a little flimsy still with that wood wedge that I put in there. Probably should have gone with a little bit bigger one, but I think that metal one will suffice and be good enough to hold that on there. Okay, so Leo and I are finished with this first axe. I think it turned out not too bad. What do you think, bud?
It turned out good.
Yeah, not too bad for our first one. Learned a lot putting this one together. Yeah, it turned out pretty good.
And don't use a handsaw or you will not like it.
Yeah, well, just be more careful with a handsaw, right? Don't do dumb things like putting your hand right in the way of where the saw can go, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we learned a few things. But no, I think it turned out really good. I'm really happy with the handle and how it turned out. I probably should have done some more work on the head itself to get it really shined up. I think we'll do that a little bit more on the next one, which leads me to that. So this video we didn't finish the second axe, obviously the hewing one. I just wanted to get at least one axe done and finished up. So this video is only going to have just this axe on it. We'll do a second video where we do the handle on that hewing axe and get that one all taken care of, and I'll put another video together with that, as well as showing how both of them perform. I'm not gonna lie, Leo and I did split one piece of wood with this so far, so we have tried it out. I didn't get it on camera because the battery had died, but it definitely splits wood very well. So stay tuned for the next video that will be us working on the hewing axe, and then we'll test both of them out and see how they do.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching.